Yeah. Well, you said you're a co-founder as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
part of the founding team, core team.
Awesome. Yeah, it works. All right, just give me 1 second. All right, I think we are live. Thank you, production team, for going live a minute early.
Right,
Yeah, we are live now. All right, cool. Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm just setting up things on my end as well. All right, guys, everyone, welcome back to the TDeFi Virtual Summit Session 2. We got a lot of awesome projects today. We're going to be starting with Plotx, but also on the schedule today is in this order: DeFi Pi, Terra Virtua, Singularity DAO, B21, and Finance.vote. Now, if you want, Kartik, maybe, well, I'm not sure if we're doing, I'm not sure if we're doing a panel at the end of this. We do have a 30-minute slot, but it was a little too late for the guys yesterday, so we'll probably not be doing one. I think most of the people have appropriate time. Maybe the ones who have 15 minutes, we'll ask them to come back for the final 15 minutes for a virtual round. But that being said, let me start up my stream so we have both streams going. I just updated that. Okay, so why don't you just give us a brief introduction on yourself, and then you could begin the presentation.
Sure. In fact, I have that as part of the presentation itself. I'll just start over anyway.
Awesome.
Let me just share my screen. All right, can you see this?
Yep, I got it.
Awesome. Right, so first of all, thanks a lot for hosting me, Matt, hosting the Plotx team. Really honored to be here. We've been in touch for a while, and it's great that we finally got this done. Plotx essentially, is a DeFi prediction market for crypto traders. I know, like a lot of guys, there's a lot of hype around prediction markets in general. So it'd be great for everyone to have a in-depth look into one of these one of our effort into this space. A quick background about us, our team. Four of us, are behind the core team of Plotx. Ish, who unfortunately wasn't able to make it today, served as the CTO of Nexus Mutual for about 2.5 years. Nitika, who was the lead developer at Nexus Mutual. So both of them kind of took it from scratch all the way to actually taking it live on the mainnet. And that was quite a journey. Together with Ish and Nitika, I sort of helped build GovBlocks, which is a governance toolkit for dApps. GovBlocks is actually used to manage the entire governance of Nexus Mutual. Today, in fact, GovBlocks is also used for Plotx, which I'll come to later. Satish, of course, joined us about a year back, and he brings with him a lot of experience with him in actually delivering solutions, IT solutions. He kind of keeps us in check and make sure we actually get stuff done. So together, like I said, we've been in this space for a while. Entered in 2016 when we got enamored by the entire crypto blockchain, the promise of Ethereum and blockchain in general, and kind of persisted trying to understand what it is, how we can actually build on top of it, and won the London Blockchain Week hackathon in January 2017. That kind of led to a lot more things happening for us, and we obviously ended up working with Nexus Mutual, but also participating actively in the developer community of DeFi projects like MakerDAO, Uniswap, 0x, and so on. Of course, at that time, it wasn't really called DeFi, but it was still a very good learning experience those 2 years till 2019 when we actually launched Nexus Mutual on the mainnet. Along with Nexus Mutual, of course, we also launched GovBlocks, our other product, and Certi, which is our third product. This entire experience of launching these, being part of this new sort of ecosystem around finance and the decentralized or finance on the decentralized infrastructure, kind of really got us thinking about so many different ideas. We got really enamored by the entire prediction market space. Augur and Gnosis have done a great job in kind of spearheading that space. However, we felt like there was something missing. There was a missing element there, and that's when we kind of we also saw at the same time the growth of Uniswap coming in. We saw how they were able to just through like that AMM algorithm and the simplicity that it brought with with that algorithm in the UX, it just changed the way users interact with a decentralized exchange. Like even us, we used to have issues working with decentralized exchanges. We would not. It was slightly complicated at that time, but Uniswap kind of changed the whole game. So when we kind of got done with Nexus Mutual from our, in terms of our association with that project, we kind of started thinking about marrying the AMM UX with our newfound interest in prediction markets, and that's how Plotx was actually born. In Feb 2020, we started developing the protocol. And now we have a dApp, again, let's call Plotx, the Plotx dApp, that is built on top of that protocol. We launched the beta version of the protocol on the Ethereum mainnet on October 13th. So you guys can check it out on app.plotx.io. Essentially, what it does is we've made it a very simple and straightforward experience for the user. Your traders, crypto traders, users, you basically can predict the price of different crypto assets like Bitcoin and Ether in 4-hourly, daily, and weekly markets. So you essentially bet whether bullish, bearish, or neutral, and in different time slots, and you kind of make predictions against each other. Plot again is listed on both Uniswap as well as BitMax. BitMax happened last month. There are some interesting staking programs also on BitMax, so you guys would love. You should check it out. In terms of prediction market, the Plotx prediction market, there are some key elements that kind of differentiate it from any other prediction market that you generally would see. The biggest one being the automated market making algorithm. So every market is created by default using smart contracts. The options calculation as well as the odds calculations are done on chain using the smart contract itself. There are the market size duration, the market cycles are a lot shorter with Plotx because if you see any other prediction market, typically especially around politics. So Trump winning the election, that market was, I think, running for about 2 years, right? So that's a very long period, and traders typically do not want to lock their funds for such a long period. We recognize that, and that's why we wanted to sort of make it more exciting, the entire experience of making predictions. So the idea was to create shorter markets and a lot more number of markets in Plotx to give that exciting extra edge for the traders. There's of course liquidity mining as well. On Uniswap, you can get additional plot tokens if you put liquidity on the Uniswap pair of plot token. The next thing that is really exciting, and I think Matt, I was talking to you about this as well a while back, the market creation rewards. This is again like very interesting and something that I haven't really seen a lot of prediction markets do. So markets are created on smart contracts in Plotx. So what you have to do essentially is you just have to press a button, sign the transaction, give the gas fee to actually initiate that particular market. So whether it's in a 4-hour slot, 24-hour slot, or the weekly slot, you get reimbursed the gas fee right then and there in plot tokens. But what's interesting is that if the market liquidity crosses a certain threshold, you also stand to make a percentage of the reward pool that is created within the market. So now influencers are able to actually create markets and draw in more liquidity into that particular market, and actually make money off that market, while also giving a really good sort of experience to the traders who are on the who are trading in the platform. So this is something that's very interesting, and we're looking very excited to be launching this in the app. Of course, then there's on-chain governance with using GovBlocks. We've already passed a couple of proposals within the 2 months that we are active on-chain, using on-chain votes as well. This solution is the same solution that is used by Nexus Mutual, which is managing $100 million assets under its entire smart contract. So it's governing that entire system using GovBlocks. That's the same thing that we are also using for Plotx. And lastly, there's a concept called play mining, where you can stake your plot tokens while making predictions, and every time if you have staked those tokens, then you actually get a multiplier in the actual gameplay as well. So it's something that brings in even more excitement for the users and the players in the market. In terms of numbers, since October 13th, and when we launched, we've seen more than 1,000 predictions being made already on the platform. More than 350 players unique users have been making predictions on the platform regularly. More than 1 million plot tokens have been used in making predictions, and we've seen more than $60,000 of rewards being distributed to different to different players. Prior to the Ethereum mainnet, the launch that we did, this is essentially a beta version. We had launched the alpha version on the Coven testnet, and that kind of had, of course, that was like a free for all kind of a platform. So we saw like more than 2,500 crypto traders coming in, about 14,000 odd predictions. That was just like everybody wanted to make predictions there. Of course, with the mainnet, there's additional costs, and there's actually money involved. So I think we're seeing slow and gradual, but still an exponential growth in the number of predictions that are being made on the platform. Lastly, I think another thing that I wanted to talk about was the plot token itself. So once you have the token, what do you actually do with it, right? It's not just you hold on to it and hope for it to kind of grow, but there are different things that you can do within the ecosystem using this token to actually grow your portfolio of plot tokens. So the first thing is, of course, the automated market making, the market creation incentives. I've already spoken about this. Essentially, 4 hours, 1 day, 1 week intervals. There are different markets that are being created, and you can essentially start creating these markets and attracting more liquidity to earn more plot tokens, earn a part of the reward pool by attracting more liquidity in the market that you are creating. So that's a very interesting and exciting kind of play for a lot of users. The next thing that is the next utility of plot is essentially community mining. Now, this is something, again, I'd love to check with the TDeFi community as well, where we're talking to a lot of we're partnering with a lot of communities which are actually interested in trading, and they're actually interested in exploring prediction markets like Plotx. So what we do is we kind of provide them with airdrop tokens, which are essentially called B plots, and they can use these tokens to make predictions on the platform. Now, B plots are essentially wrapped plot tokens, but the differentiator is that they cannot just simply go and dump these tokens into the market. B plots are essentially, they cannot be used anywhere apart from the Plotx prediction markets itself. So So that's like a way for us to kind of make sure that even though we're distributing free tokens, they're actually used in the platform itself. Again, play mining is something that again I spoke about a while back. This is something that is that a lot of users use, which once they kind of understand what's happening, once they get a hang of the entire prediction market, entire Plotx prediction market, uh, they essentially stake their existing plot tokens, and and that allows them to get a multiplier on the number of positions that they buy while on the platform, while making predictions. So there's an example here. So suppose you're making a prediction for 100 plot tokens, but you've actually staked 1,000 plot tokens separately. The number of positions that you get are not going to be whatever. Say you're getting 500 positions for those 100 plot tokens. Now, because of the stake, you're actually going to get double the amount. So 1,000 positions for the same number of same amount of money. This kind of leads to even more rewards for the user, and makes things even more interesting for them while playing. The beauty of this is that you do not end up, even if you lose, even if your prediction is wrong, the 1,000 plot tokens that you had staked, they are not in danger in any form. So it's like a very low risk kind of, actually no, zero risk multiplier that you can add to your game while making predictions. The fourth is again on-chain governance. On-chain governance, for every plot token holder, you actually have a vote that you can make on if that for proposals that are going to change the smart contracts of plot token, so of Plotx. So till now we've passed, I think, one major proposal where the entire community was required to vote, and we were very glad that we actually crossed that threshold of the number of plot tokens that were used to actually make the vote, meet the quorum of the entire voting process. Lastly, of course, there's liquidity mining. There you can just head to liquidity.plotx.io to stake your tokens and get a reward. We're distributing 10,000 plot tokens on a daily basis, and rewards are calculated every second. So you do not have any limitation on the number of staking days, in terms of any other sort of limitation, while providing liquidity for plot on Uniswap. So that's also super interesting. Some metrics for you guys for of plot. We've listed on both Uniswap as well as BitMax. We have a 200 million fixed supply. We have about 17% circulating supply right now, and the market cap is about 1.5 million at this point. In terms of our community, I'm super proud of this this particular slide, because there's this comment by a community member, which where he's talking about how addictive Plotx is for him. And these are the kind of comments that kind of help you keep going. Of course, there are a lot of other comments as well, which are in the similar sort of similar zone. But this one was particularly close to my heart, because the way he kind of elaborated how we've been sort of helping listening to his and the community's feedback and making a lot of changes. So over the past 2 months that we've launched, we've made a lot of different changes into the platform based on the feedback of the community, and it's great to see them kind of respond positively as well. One such big sort of announcement that we are making next week is that we're actually looking to reduce. We've made such changes to our smart contracts that the amount of gas that would cost for a user to interact with the smart contracts on Plotx, that's going to reduce by about 65%. So that's a huge amount. We've also added a couple of new functionalities that the community was asking for. All of these things are going live next week, And I think we're going to launch a few interesting contests and giveaways along with that launch as well. So yeah, we're looking forward to next week being like a very exciting and interesting week for our users on Plotx. Uh, yeah, and we've been supported by some really great partners. NGC, Brilliance, Tensor, 3 Commas. Really, like 3 Commas is the largest retail trading platform, and in crypto. TRG Capital, again, really great partners. DuckDAO, Genesis Block, all of them really good partners. We're actually looking at Matic to explore L2, explore porting on their network as well. That's a very interesting thing we're working on. Of course, Chainlink is where we use all our feeds are based on are from Chainlink, so they help us a lot. Deepwork is someone who's helped us so much in sort of redefining our UX. There's a really new interesting UX that we're working on. Hopefully, next month we'll be able to launch that entire UX for the community. We worked very hard on that. In terms of future, how do we actually grow from here? There are two paths that we see very clearly. One is vertical scaling, and the other is horizontal scaling. When vertical is where we just go deeper into the prediction market space, and we create more and more interesting products and use cases around prediction markets itself. The other is, of course, going into the future derivatives space, where we build more into more kind of applications and products in that space. These are both something that we only time will tell, and we'll be making doing small experiments around these things over time to really judge what is the right way forward for Plotx. But one thing is for sure. This graphic that you see on the right, currently the TVL of the DeFi space is about $14 billion. In the next 5 years, we see this growing to $750 billion. That's the estimate that we have internally, and we are really completely bullish on the DeFi space. So whether we go down the vertical scaling path or the horizontal scaling path, I think we are very bullish. We know for sure that we are very bullish on the DeFi ecosystem. So that's something that we're going to definitely explore more and more as we go forward. In terms of product roadmap, like I just spoke, the first quarter of our roadmap we've actually already delivered. We are now working on the second quarter and some more beyond this as well. This roadmap you can see from on our website as well. We're fairly transparent on that front. And every time something new happens, we make an announcement. We let the community know, and we're like, yeah, we're super excited about. Sorry. Yeah, so something that I'm personally very excited about in terms of our future roadmap is the exploration of perpetual pools. That's something that right now we have a 4-hour market, or a one day market, or a weekly market. There can be we're actually exploring the concept of perpetual pools, where the market goes on perpetually. So you can come in and come out in 4 hours for 1 day or 1 week, but the market keeps running. So that's something very interesting. It's not easy to implement at all, but we are definitely interested in exploring that, how we can actually implement something like that within the Plotx ecosystem and give our users something very interesting to look at.
Awesome. Cool. So we have about 7 minutes left, or
yeah.
about 6 minutes
left. This is it. Like this, I just want to leave you with this last slide, where to give you a sort of a flavor of what Plotx is. So Maddie, can you tell me what the price of BTC will be in the next 4 hours?
In the next 4 hours? Yeah, probably.
Uh-huh.
It'll probably be above 19K.
All right. That's not an option. It's either more than 19,500 or less than 300, or between 19,300 and 500.
I'll go with less than 19,300.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll take you up.
we're on a backdrop here, but we are finding the support. So the thing
Mhm,
is that so the support for Bitcoin right now is about 18 to 18.4K.
mhm.
And the resistance is 19.7 to 20,600 on the 4 hour. And we're kind of just hovering between that with a visual support of 18.6 to 18.3. And we're on a downtrend to test what'll most likely be a swing low failure pattern. So the probability of staying below 19,300 is very high. So I would go with 19,300.
All right. All right. I'll take you up on that. I'll ping you once we cross that threshold of that time period.
Cool. Yeah. Ping me on, tag me on Twitter and ping me and I'll share it.
Done. Done.
But are you gonna put my $1,000 bet down on Plotx? Is that what's gonna? I need
You can
I
do
need
that
to.
right now live if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, you should go do it for me. You should put like a $50 sweater giveaway down on my bet, and if it hits, then we'll give it. Excuse me, give it to your community.
All right. Done. Done.
All right,
$50
done.
too less, man.
Yeah, you guys heard it here first. There's a
Community,
fifty
my community
dollar.
wants more than $50, I'm sure.
All right, well, you figure out how much you guys want to put down. There's a giveaway on my bet here. If the price of Bitcoin, what exchange are we using?
Uh, let's say Binance. Let's just say Binance for now.
Okay, when's the contract expire?
It's 12 a.m. here in India, so 4 a.m.
Okay, so the last candle was 1600. The
Hmm.
UTC can you guys go off UTC on your platform?
Yeah.
Okay, so the last 4 hour candle UTC started at 1600. So is that
Hmm.
at the end of is that at the end of the 2000? Is that at the end of this candle or the end of the next candle?
So basically, how the market works is once you every 4 hours, the moment
Mm-hmm.
once you click, only when you uh, create the market, you initiate the market, does the contract actually start. So there's a 4 hour period where you can actually make those predictions, and then there's a 4 hour period where you nobody can make any predictions, and that's like the settling period. And
Yeah.
then at the end of that second 4 hour period is when the contract actually settles.
All
So
right.
essentially,
So
yeah.
right now we're in the 1600 UTC period. So
Hmm.
we'd be betting for the 2000 period.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
So the airdrop for however you guys want to, how much you want to give away to some lucky winner out there
All right,
or
let's.
winners. Then at the end of the 2000 candle, if the
Mhm.
price of Bitcoin on Binance is below 19,300, then you'll win something. If not, then you'll probably
Right.
be angry at me in my Telegram channel. Looks like we're
No,
coming
so
up a little bit to.
if it's below 19,300, we give away $50 worth of plot. If it's more than 1900, then you give away $50 worth of
Oh,
plot.
I had to give away $50 with the plot, but
Yeah,
you
yeah.
get you get 2 to 1. All right, so how about if it's above 19.5, we push, and
Hmm.
if it's below 19.3, I'll you give away, and if it's between 19.3 and 19.5, I'll give away because it's most likely not going to be above 19.5.
All right, all right. I'll take that also works. That also
Okay,
works.
okay, cool. So someone
Cool.
will be giving away $50 through the Plotx platform.
Yeah, I better get to tweeting now quickly.
And not any sort of every disclaimer that applies to that, just apply it to that. So not financial advice, not
Yeah.
gambling, whatever. All right. So unfortunately I wanted to here we got 2 minutes. I want to just there's 6 questions in 2 minutes. So let's go lightning round.
Mhm.
Someone asked, are you an exchange? I mean, clearly it's like a options platform. Um,
So it's not. I would not say call it an options platform. It's essentially a pari-mutuel sort of game. It's a zero-sum game. So it's not an exchange at all. You are essentially predicting against other users on the platform.
okay. And how will you guys be handling transaction fees?
So the users kind of may pay the transaction fees on Ethereum. So
Awesome.
I mean that's otherwise
So one more.
there's a very small kind of 0.01% transaction fee on each prediction that is made that goes to the DAO.
Cool. How will you incentivize the users to use your platform?
How do you incentivize the users? There are so many things. I've already spoken about so many different types of mining processes. There's participation mining. There's market creation mining. So there's a lot of ways that you can actually make more, increase your plot holdings by making more predictions on the platform by
Okay.
using the system more. So yeah.
All right. Yeah. Unfortunately, we now have to start the next presentation.
Mhm.
If the production team could